Hey, it's Mike here, and today we're going to be taking a look at a video called How I Retired Early with $3 million at 36 in San Diego. This is from CNBC Make It in a segment they called Fired Up. Now, I'm a big fan of retiring early. I think it's great that people can put aside money and be able to make it so they don't have to wait till they're like 65 to retire. I know that's a dream for a lot of people. However, most people think it's impossible, when in fact it could be a lot easier than most of us think. So I'm going to go ahead and like this video. If you guys can like this video as well, it really helps out with my YouTube channel and I appreciate it. And hit that subscribe button and bell notification. Let's jump into this.
I think FIRE is the concept that retirement is not an age. A lot of us go through the world thinking that when we turn 65, something magical is going to happen and you get...
I actually follow this guy. He's got a really great Instagram account. I'm sure they're going to talk about that in a little bit here. But yeah, he's really good when it comes to talking about finance.
To retire. And that's not true, because if you don't have any money, you can't stop working when you're 65. And on the flip side of that, you don't need to wait until you're 65 either. If you have enough money, you can retire at 55 or 45 or 36 like I did. And so it's just kind of turning this whole idea of traditional retirement age on its head.
No, he says he retires at 36, but he still works. Let's be honest here. He still is putting out content. He's still making money. But I think maybe when he talks about retirement, he's saying like he doesn't have to work if he doesn't want to.
My name is Jeremy Schneider. I'm 41 years old. I live in San Diego, and I reached financial independence at 36.
How I retired early at 36 with about $3 million in San Diego. Here's the thing about San Diego, though. I've actually looked at it as a place to potentially move to, and it looks cheap. It looks really inexpensive. I don't know about the quality of life there. I don't know if people like it. Let me know in the comments below what you think about San Diego.
I grew up in Southeast Michigan outside of Detroit. My parents were kind of middle class. I went to college at the University of Michigan. I studied computer science. I was in college from 1998 to 2002 when the dot-com boom was happening, and I would see these young people just a few years older than me who were, making millions with tech startups, and it inspired me to start young. And then as I was graduating from Michigan, I turned down a job offer from Microsoft to start my own internet company.
I feel like a lot of the times when I look at these people that are retiring early, they're software guys who are making a bunch of money and saving a lot of it. So they're making it, they're working a lot, they don't have a lot of time to spend it, and then they're retiring early. Jeremy started Rentlinks in 2004, an advertising network for rentals. About 11 years, Jeremy sold his company for just over $5 million. Wow. 70% of the company earned him over $2 million after
But
taxes.
I recorded my bank account the moment the wire came through. I clicked refresh, and it jumped from $100,000 or so to over $2 million. Which was pretty surreal, and it was very abstract. I didn't really know how much money that was. The day after the company sold, I was suddenly in integration mode with this very nice company that just gave me millions of dollars. It was an especially busy time, and so I couldn't just like ditch and head to Fiji. I just saw that as like a finish line, that when I sold the company and made millions, I would just like be on this beach. I was talking to the CEO of the company that bought our company, and I told him that vision. I was like, all right, I'm gonna be on the beach. And he asked me, what are you gonna do when you get back? And what he meant was, you can't spend your life on a beach,
You could spend your life on a beach. You could go and work from the beach a little bit and maybe not kill yourself trying to get all that work done and just have a more nice, relaxed lifestyle.
I mean, you could, but that's kind of a crappy life. So I guess it dawned on me that I couldn't just like spend the rest of my day sipping Mai Tais on the beach, because that would be really boring. I worked for the company that bought us for 2 years, and then in April of 2017, I quit my job and officially was retired or financially independent at the age of 36. And that was the year where I played video games and traveled for a year.
It's a great age to retire at 36. You still got a lot of energy, and I would do the exact same thing. I play video games all the time. It looks like I don't think he's married, so it doesn't look like he has kids. $3 million, nice.
That first year of being unemployed or retired or whatever you want to call it, it was just kind of like every day was the weekend. I would always get asked, like, what do you do all day if you're not at work? And my answer would be like, what do you do on Saturdays? It's amazing how quickly your time fills up with meeting with friends or working out or working on projects or playing games or traveling. And so I kept really busy, and it was really fun at first, But as the year dragged on, I found that there's something missing in my life. There actually was a moment where I had an epiphany where a year after I retired and played video games for a year, I was on a vacation in Mexico, and for a week I wasn't playing this game, StarCraft 2, which I'd become very addicted to.
It's great he can play video games all the time. I mean, that's a lot of people's dreams.
And I realized what a massive waste of time that was and how I
A waste? That sounds great.
basically just gave away a year of my life to play this game. And so I decided that I didn't want to do that anymore. And so I came back, and before I played another game, I uninstalled it cold turkey from my computer and haven't played it ever since.
It's the best thing. If you've got like a video game or something that you're trying to get rid of, delete it. I've done that a bunch of times with some video games. I usually download them again, but yeah, it's usually a good temporary way of getting rid of it.
Get it out of there. At the time, it wasn't very calculated that I needed exactly 3 million. It was more of just a sense of, over the course of 2 years, the growth of my investments were outpacing my actual W-2 income. Now, with the benefit of knowing about the FIRE movement much more in depth, I know about the 4% rule, which says you can live on about 4% of your investment portfolio. 4% of 3 million is $120,000, which was like twice as much as I'd ever spent in a year. And so I think that I was easily FIRE at $3 million.
That's all you got to do is get your savings and your investments to be able to pay for most of your lifestyle. And maybe you can't live off all of it. Maybe you got to still work a little bit. But if you can get it down to where you don't have to like bust your butt all the time, it can make your life a lot easier.
My net worth is about $4.4 million. 1.1 million is the value of my home you see behind me. I was a lifelong renter until I was 38 years old. I was actually living in my friend's garage, which was converted to an apartment. I have a traditional IRA with about $50,000 and a new 401k with my new company that's got.
I love it when they share this kind of stuff here. It's really helpful to see exactly what people have in like brokerage and IRA in their houses and whatnot.
About $15,000. The other 3 million or so is all in a taxable account just because it didn't fit in the tax advantage accounts.
He's also investing in real estate developments and startups.
I think my biggest expense is probably travel right now. I'm just going on vacation. Restaurants, I think I spend about $800 a month. I don't have a mortgage. My home that you see behind me is 100% paid for. I actually applied for a mortgage and was denied because I didn't have a job. And so I just wrote a check and paid cash. I don't buy things if I don't think I need them. So for example, if I look over to my left, I see the keyboard on my computer, which I use every single day, which is from college. And so people walk into my house and they see this like 1998 era keyboard and think it's ridiculous, but it's a great keyboard and it works fine. And so why would I spend more money if I don't need to? I live alone, don't have any roommates or a wife just yet.
Let's see, if he gets married, we'll see how fast he spends that money.
Welcome to my home. I live here in sunny San Diego in this 2-bedroom condo. Come on in, I'll show you around. This is my living room.
Looks nice.
Where I watch CNBC make it.
712,000.
This is my office. I sit here. I make Instagram posts, TikTok reels. The kitchen's over here.
Pretty big
I
size.
bought this house for $712,000. Everything was different. There's a gigantic wall that came right down here. I knocked down the wall, remodeled the kitchen, put this big built-in table. There's about $100,000 in total for the remodel. Guest
Okay, so put
bathroom.
some money into
Actually, the tile work in that bathroom myself, one of the few parts of the remodel. This is the master bedroom that includes the peak view of Mission Bay in sunny San Diego, way over there in the corner.
Looks nice.
Over here is the master bathroom. When I bought the place, this was all pink with a tub. And I put in a total new shower, tile, one of these fancy lighted mirrors so I can look at myself every morning, do my daily affirmations.
For a multimillionaire, he's living pretty normally.
And that is the house tour. I'm going to bed.
In 2019, Jeremy started personal finance stuff. Okay, that's where I know him from.
I started an Instagram account where my plan was to share daily personal finance and money tips. Every single day, I would get the exact same question, which is like, how do I get started investing? What's a Roth IRA? What's an index fund? What investment do I buy? And then after a year and a half, it was mid-2020, and I was kind of bored during the pandemic, and I essentially started a company by mistake by launching a paid product. I wanted to create just a video course that walked through it that kind of was like a brain dump from my brain to everyone who was asking these questions. So I decided to sell the video course for 79 bucks. And the first week of launching this course, we made like $110,000.
Look at that. That's crazy. Look, guys, you sell some products. I mean, look at this. He went in on something that he was passionate about. That's where the money is.
And so I was like, oh, it took me 4 years at my first company to make $110,000. So this might actually be a real business.
Personal Finance Club has made about $1 million in sales since launching. That's great. He and 2 full-time employees each make $70,000 a year. He's spending quite a bit on employees. I wonder what he might be paying too much for that.
Do a 25% profit share. So 25% of our profit is split among the employees based on seniority.
Jeremy also earns passive income through ad sales from a website starting to.
I have a friend,
nice.
And about 10 years ago, we started a website called What's That Charge, which helps you identify mysterious charges on your credit card statement. My buddy and I own it 50-50, and so it's been live for 10 years. I think we're gonna make like $7,000 this month.
That's cool.
I think that I've found peace with where I'm at in life financially. I don't feel like I need more to be happy. And so I'm not really chasing any big financial goals. I'm still not totally immune to ideas of like a bigger place or a vacation home or something like that. So that might be nice if the company does well or my investments continue to grow. If I didn't have income from my current job, I can live forever on my investments. I'm living way below the safe withdrawal rate from my portfolio.
That's what you got to do. Live below your means and the world opens up to you.
Short of some sort of economic apocalypse in the future, which no one can predict, but I can live forever on my investments.
So what do you guys think of this? How I retired early with $3 million at 36 in San Diego. Do you think it's possible for everyone to do this? I know a lot of people will say that it's great for him when he has a really big salary, but normal people can't do that. Let me know in the comments below. Also, as always, please like this video. It really helps out with the YouTube channel, and I appreciate it. And hit that subscribe button and bell notification. As always, thank you so much for watching. See you again in my next video. Thanks.